just like that, just listening into Homegrown right here on Cape Town TV, where we're all about giving you great South African music. And right now, joining us in the building, we have pulled out all the big guns for tonight's episode of Homegrown. We are all about going nationally and, of course, globally. Joining us right now via virtually, guys, is the one and only who's one of the best music composers, producers, songwriters the country has ever seen. Ladies and gents, the one and only Maspidah.
Yes,
What's up? How are you?
Sir. Sanmonan, how are you guys doing?
Yeah, no, we good, man. So, for those people who don't know who Maspidah is, just give us a little bit intro on who Maspidah is.
First of all, thank you so much for having me. Maspidah is a producer, songwriter, DJ, sound engineer. Yonkinto A Music, Maspidah, that's the name.
Yeah. You fell in love with music at a very young age. When doing a gospel here and there, at a very young age. At what age did you realize that you got love for music and you started actually going to a route that you want to follow and making your own sound?
Like you said, it started at a very young age, and when I actually realized that I need to actually take it seriously, was during just after I had finished with a school, and I was looking for different things to do, and you as abazali, they always tell you, hey, when you get this school, same time you have to finish school, degree, so round about that time, I decided, I was like, okay, this is something I can do seriously, and I wanted to do it seriously, but I went to something very close, I went to sound engineering, which was very, very close to what I wanted to do, just so that I can be able to have it, to have the degree, just to present and say, yeah, I've done it, what I'm saying. But around that age, that's when I felt like I could do this seriously, full time.
Yeah, so how do producers go about when featuring artists? Because I understand when artists do features, they want to feature the big names so that the names do go out there. But how do producers go on about featuring artists?
I think it's the same way. It's the same way. The name of the game is relationships. Once you have a relationship with an artist, and I think this is something that people take for granted, and especially up-and-coming artists, it's all the same, whether you are a producer or you are a DJ or whether you are an artist, but it's all the same. Your relationships is what makes the songs, So I usually used to believe if I'm sending songs to the big names and everything, that's when it's going to happen. But if I have to be honest, relationships go a big way. So whenever you're out there, it's always good to build good relationships with artists, good relationships with fellow colleagues, with fellow industry mates, and everybody who's in the industry. It's always good to build good relationships for me, and that's how most features have come about.
Yeah, you literally featured all the big artists that the South African music industry has to offer, aka Costa Teach, Vocalist, the list goes on and on. What is next on your pipeline? What can we expect from Maspidah?
I think the next on the pipeline is an EP. As I want to do a body of work, where I think I can introduce people to who I really am, the sounds that I really like, because when you're doing singles, some people don't really get to know Uguti umbani kahle, and I think when it comes to a project, there's something about that's more intimate about the project, that people can get to know who you are and can get to discover the type of musical taste that you have, in store. So the next thing that is in store is definitely a project.
So in that project, are you going to feature any of Cape Town's artists? Because I'm always promoting Cape Town artists wherever I go. So are you going to feature any Cape Town artists on that EP?
Definitely. I'm looking to. I actually work with quite a couple of Cape Town artists, and Cape Town, Eastern Cape, there's a lot of artists that I'm working with around that side. mostly I could say there's artists like who are on the come up. I like artists who are building something for themselves, you know. And there's a rapper that also is very close to my heart because I like how he's moving, you know. Igama lakhe Bravo Laru. His name is Bravo Laru. I'm definitely featuring Bravo Laru on the album. There's artists like Gemma Fasi, like Big Xhosa, you know, a lot of Cape Town artists that I've been working with, you know, and I feel like we're gonna have great records in this EP.
Well, I cannot wait for the EP to actually drop, and of course, I cannot wait for that song with Bravo Luru. We are absolutely huge fans. Thank you so much, man. Good luck with the EP, and of course, when it drops, please let us know because we'd like to actually speak to you about the EP again. Thank you so much.
Yeah, man. Just like
I hope you have me first. Yeah, I want to drop the EP on Cape Town TV. Yeah.
Yeah,
That would be great.
for sure. That would be great. But don't worry because Homegrown is always with you weekdays from the hours of 6 until 6:30.
Yeah, absolutely, man. But right now, we have to say
Goodbye.